I have a decision-making process I use to make more money for myself while at the same time limiting the amount of money I spend. This has helped me hit a 70% savings rate and quit my job so I can work for myself. And today, I'd like to share that process with you. Hey, I'm Steve Antonioni. If we haven't met before, I was a former financial advisor in training who decided, you know what, this industry's a little bit sleazy. So I decided to leave, move to the corporate world, but then I decided, hey, you know what? I don't really like having a boss. So I used the power of personal finance to get myself to a point where I could quit my job and work for myself. And now we're here and I make YouTube videos. Speaking of quitting my job, if you're curious how I did that, I put together a course that can teach you the fundamentals of financial freedom and independence. I use this exact information to go from a 23-year-old with $0 to a 26-year-old with $90,000 in the bank, a 70% savings rate, and my own business. Guys, I'll be honest, I believe in transparency. That's why I decided to host my course on a platform where you can actually see the reviews. You can see what people are saying about my course. And on top of that, I decided to price it at $99 because I believe in accessibility. If you look at a lot of the other courses out there, you'll see that they cost $400 or $500 or even like $1,000. And they also don't let you see the reviews on the course. So I just wasn't about that. And I also believe in providing way more value than what you'll be paying for. I can tell you without a doubt that if you take this course and spend $99 on it, your return on investment will be way more than $99 if you apply what I actually teach in the course. It's an investment in yourself, whether you're somebody who wants to up their financial literacy, or you're looking to start your journey to financial independence, or you're just like, Steve, just tell me exactly what I need to do step by step to actually start building my wealth for myself and get control of my personal finances. This course can help you out, and it's linked in the description down below. All right, so last week I had the pleasure of volunteering with Big Brothers and Big Sisters Canada, which is a not-for-profit youth mentoring organization here in the country. So I was basically asked to give a presentation on financial literacy to a group of youth ages 15 to 17. So they were basically at that age just before you start having to actually adult. One of the main concepts that I wanted to try and get across in this presentation was this little rule I made up called creation over consumption. And instead of me just trying to explain it to you, I thought I'd give you a real life example of how I use it. My life is about to change. All right, step one, complete.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Bye. Oh, she was so nice. She was so nice.
All right, we got the loot. Now it's time to go back home and put it together.
Well, there's lots of other things we gotta do first, like stain it and finish it with varnish and then put it together.
Okay, so there's lots of other things we have to do and then put it together. I forgot I still had my beard back then, looking pretty burly. So anyway, we had secured this material, this special plywood from a CNC cutter. And now it was time to
stain it and finish it with varnish.
boom, we built our own custom desk. But how did we do this? Why did we do this? And how does it relate to the rule of creation over consumption? Well, the core premise of the rule of creation over consumption basically goes like this. So first we have to acknowledge that money is used to trade for value amongst each other, right? So if I want to receive money, then that means I have to create value, right? Okay, sweet. So let's create some value then. But how do you create value? You know, it's actually pretty hard to create something of value from nothing. But what if I took something I already had or something I could acquire, and then what if I made that thing better? For example, Justine's been going absolutely ham on knitting for the past year or so, churning out some bomb scarves like this one made out of 100% wool. Well, this wool already has some value, right? Specifically, a skein of wool, that's a new word I learned, a skein, it's like one ball of wool, costs about $20, depending on the grade of wool or where you buy it from, as far as I understand anyway. So the scarf she made used up 4 skeins of wool. So that's $80 of material required to actually make this scarf. But then once she, took her needles and started knitting and turned these skeins of wool into a scarf, now this hand knitted scarf was worth much, much more than just $80. What has happened here is the interplay between consumption and creation. Anything we purchase that we spend money on, we can consider that consumption. And then anything that we get paid for or that we create that has value, we can consider that creation. And if we evaluate our own decisions based off of how can I consume less and create more, we will inevitably spend less money and earn more money for ourselves or create more value for ourselves. In the case of our desk, we knew that since we were both going to be working from home in our tiny apartment, we needed to come up with some kind of shared workspace solution. But a lot of the desks we could find that we could buy just weren't gonna work out. It looked like we were maybe even gonna have to buy 2 desks. But then we thought, wait a minute, why don't we just build it? We can take the raw materials and we can do it ourselves. It can be as custom as we want it to be. And so that's exactly what we did. So we basically based the design off of this desk that was created by a man named Donald Judd, who is like an architectural designer, and he actually sells desks that he designed similar to the design we ended up using. But we were kind of looking on his website, and when you see the little contact now button instead of a price, that means it's going to be very expensive. So we thought, no, let's just build this ourselves. Now, I'm not going to take credit here and say that I played a role in designing our desk, because I did not. That was all Justine. She's an experienced designer. She works in the architecture and interior design industry, so she knows what she's doing as far as that goes. And also, we didn't just steal the design straight from Donald Judd. We used it as inspiration to create our own custom piece. I just helped put it together. But the point is, think about what skills that you may possess that then you can take and apply to some type of raw material. And that raw material doesn't actually have to be like a physical thing like wood. It can even be like an intellectual property. It can be an idea. Raw material is just a very general thing. Anything that you can apply to a skill to and then create into something new, that's creation. The more you do this and apply it to your own decision making, the less money you will spend on things and the more value you will create for yourself, whether that's in the form of a paycheck or whether that's in the form of something really cool and powerful that you were able to create on your own. If you like this video and you want to learn more about how you can save money and also increase your income, remember I have my course linked down below that dives deep into these topics and gives you actionable step-by-step things that you can put into practice in your own life. And if this was your first time here at Cash College, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can join this growing movement of bringing financial literacy to as many people as possible. And that's it. So thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you again soon.